Good morning everyone, happy Sunday. I'm shooting this video to show you what the inside of the shed look like. I blogged how we refinish the shed and refresh the sidings. So all you see the picture of the shed is outside. But today I want to show you the inside. I spent about an hour organizing it and cleaning it last night. So even though there's still things needs to be finished, loose end needs to be tightened, I still wanted to show you at this stage what the inside look like. So the frame of the shed, as I've been showing before in the blog pictures, is pretty good. They're all treated 2x4s and they're pretty steady, and we have a pretty good concrete pad. I mean, it's not very even, but it's very solid. So that made us, initially when we moved in, we wanted to tear down the shed completely. But then after seeing how good the frame and the floor look like, we decided to just replace the siding and refinish it. So outside, I've shown you how we painted the shed. But inside, we didn't do anything, but we used the linseed oil to protect all the framings. So I don't know if you remember, linseed oil is a product that we used in the outdoor fence, where you can see here. After we power wash it, Slav used the linseed oil like 2 coats to refinish it, and that's pretty much what we're doing with all the outdoor, wood stuff that we have. So for the shed, because we really wanted it to last, we used the linseed oil to finish all the inside framing. So that kind of seals it and protects it from moisture and bugs. So when you walk into the shed, on the right side is a wall that we don't have any permanent storage here. Slav got me this cute garden card that I can wear around. Honestly, I feel really weird having it because I have no idea how to use it. But this is pretty cool. It has a dry sink in it. So one day, probably, if I figured it out the way that I want to use it, I'll show you. So you can actually pretty much connect a hose to it and use it as an outdoor sink. We got kind of like a chopper, but it's like a wood chopper in a small, very, very small capacity. So it can chop branches and leaves and things like that. We decided to use it for composting. And the Slav also got me this garden. It's something that you can put on top of a wheelbarrow, so you can store your drinks and all those tools on it when you wheel it around, and instead of everything just in the wheelbarrow. So this side, this corner, is basically our temporary storage, which are the things that we wheel in and out and use constantly. At the back wall, the long wall of the shed, before we had like a big workbench, but we took it out because it's just occupy a lot of room and it's actually not very good storage. So we plan to put some 2x4s in between those frames to function as a base, so we can nail some nails and hang those tools on. So Slav has yet need to do that, but we're almost there. So all those tools that you see right here is going to eventually go on the back wall, hopefully in the next few days. We still yet to replace the ceiling, including the subroof and the roof by itself. But we're having a big roofing project in the house coming up soon, and we hope to learn some pointers and do this part ourselves, maybe with some leftover materials from the real roofing of the house. So on the left side of the shed, what you can see is 2 big plastic shelves unit. So those are most of our garden tools stored here, all the electronic tools, electrical, leaf blower and all that stuff, hedge trimmer are stored here. We got this shelf from Habitat for Humanity for like $10. And on the right side is a black shelf we got from Lowe's. It's in discount. This was like $25 or something like that. And most of the garden stuff and some loose end stuff is there. So as you can see, we still have plenty of storage. In this shed, and in between, we had a little room, so the gas can for the ethanol-free gas is stored here. And we have Slav have yet to attach the door for the shed, so those are the hardware for that. But pretty much this is the shed. I mean, this is a 8-foot wide, across I think 14 or something, I forgot, but it's a pretty big shed. But our intention is to keep it as empty as possible. Only necessary garden stuff is going to be here, and if we don't store anything else in here, basically we can take the wheelbarrow in and we can put a lawnmower in, and it's going to be very, very easy for everything to get out. So you don't have to like cross mountains of stuff in order to get to your tools. So that's our goal, is single layer of storage, easy access, and in rainy days, which is very rare, I can do my gardening in here, do some potting. But most of the time, this is just for storing seeds, storing tools, storing like actual mulch and things like that. So this is our inside of the shed. I'll show you the picture once I'll get all the tools up on the wall. It's gonna look a lot neater, but this is already a huge improvement from what the storage we had before, which you can see from the picture attached to this video. Thank you.